Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, USA 90 Day Fiancé. Welcome to update new gossip. David Toborowsky from 90 Day Fiancé shared an emotional moment between him and his baby after leaving Annie Swan and Minthira in Thailand for a new adventure. David and Annie met in Thailand and documented their relationship during 90 Day Fiancé Season 5. At the time, David wasn't financially well off. He had to rely on a friend to give Annie a home. However, things have gotten much better for them since then. Annie and David recently moved to Thailand to have a baby, and David hasn't revealed if he's ever coming back to America. David posted a picture of himself saying bye to his baby on Instagram. Annie's Aunt Lom, held Minthira in her arms as she posed for the picture with David. The new father wanted his fans to see the look he got from Minthira when he gave her a goodbye hug before leaving for the airport. It made him wonder if Minthira was upset because she was not going with her dad when he had to leave for the airport. Do I have the feeling she will love to travel one day? Just my thoughts, David added. A different post by David revealed that he flew to the Philippines with some important tasks to complete. He had photographed himself sitting inside an aircraft. He was on his way to Manila to get a social security number for Minthira. David was going to visit the American embassy there, and he revealed it was the only office in the Asia-Pacific region where he could get a social security number for this child. David also revealed that he had been to the Philippines 19 years ago when he used to help recruit nurses for the U.S. David's Manila visit is a short one, and he will be coming back to Thailand. However, his visit likely means that David is in the process of relocating to America again with Annie and the baby. Minthira already has her dual U.S. and Thai citizenship. Meanwhile, Annie's mother is getting her green card. David has been keeping fans in suspense about his return to Arizona, but he can't help but give them clues through his social media updates. He could be saving the good news for a new spin-off. David remains quiet about his future plans. Since their daughter Minthira was born in March 2025, the 90 Day Fiancé couple may be waiting until it's safe for her to travel to the U.S. David continues to run his business in America, while Annie had a successful fashion brand selling authentic Thai clothing to American women. That venture has been on hold since her pregnancy. From humble beginnings, the couple has built a stable life with quiet, dedication. Whatever their next move is, it will likely reflect the same thoughtful approach. David Toborowsky from 90 Day Fiancé has left Thailand, leaving Annie Swan and their baby behind as he embarks on an unexpected journey to another country. David and Annie first met in Thailand and got engaged just days after they began dating. They officially tied the knot in 90 Day Fiancé Season 5 and started their marriage, facing financial hardships and an uncomfortable living situation. However, over the past 5 years, David and Annie have made significant strides in their careers. They now have a home in Arizona and recently welcomed their daughter, Minthira, through an IVF procedure. David and Annie have been living in Thailand since December 2024 and appear very interested in raising their daughter there as they pursue their dream of having a farm life. Despite being in his late 50s, David has been enjoying fatherhood to his 3-month-old daughter. However, he has recently had to leave his family in Thailand to attend to matters concerning his daughter. David posted a picture from inside the airplane as he began his journey to the Philippines. He wrote, heading to Manila to get Minthira's social security number at the U.S. Embassy. David also mentioned plans to meet his old friend Gary from the U.S. Annie and baby Minthira were noticeably absent from the picture, suggesting David had to make this trip on his own. In July 2024, David and Annie shared the news of their upcoming arrival, Minthira. Moving from Arizona, USA to Pattaya, Thailand seemed like the ideal decision for their daughter's dual citizenship. However, by April 2025, Minthira had already obtained her American citizenship. Despite this, the couple has chosen to stay in Thailand, suggesting that their return to America may not be on the horizon. Their focus has shifted to buying land in Thailand for a farm and selling their condos to make this dream a reality. However, their daughter's future in the U.S. remains unaffected by their new passion project. David is securing his daughter's official documents, such as her social security number, to ensure her future in the United States. These documents may be necessary for Americans to access legal, financial, and healthcare services. Despite previous accusations of being an irresponsible father, David's recent actions indicate that he takes his role as a father very seriously. He is committed to providing his daughter with a bright future, ensuring that her rights and benefits are properly established and protected. David is taking responsibility as a father, even if it means being away from his family for some time. Even though David and Annie have been living in Thailand for more than 6 months, they aren't ready to completely sever ties with America. They want to maintain a connection with the U.S. while living abroad and ensure that their daughter is also connected. They may want to keep access to American services and haven't yet decided if Thailand will become their permanent new home. The fact that David flew to Manila to secure Minthira's social security numbers suggests that the 90-day fiancé couple does consider America their second home. David Toborowsky and Annie Swan from 90 Day Fiancé have started a new life in Thailand, suggesting that they might not return to the United States. The couple first met at a bar in Thailand and quickly fell in love. After a few days of dating, they decided to enter into a committed relationship and eventually got married. They were featured in 90 Day Fiancé Season 5, where they shared the challenges in their relationship and their journey through the K-1 visa process. David and Annie's storyline concluded with their marriage in the season. Over the years, David and Annie have become one of the most iconic couples of the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. They have appeared in various spin-offs and have maintained a high public profile. Additionally, they purchased a house in Arizona and began a clothing business. In 2024, David and Annie opted for in vitro fertilization, IVF, which helped them conceive their first baby. They announced their pregnancy in June 2024 and shortly after moved to Thailand. In March 2025, David and Annie welcomed their baby, Minthira. They shared the exciting news on Instagram, introducing their daughter to their fans. There are several reasons why David and Annie may not return to the United States anytime soon, but the most notable is that David proudly embraces his life as an expat. In May 2025, David shared an Instagram reel showing himself, Annie, and their newborn daughter, Minthira, enjoying a day out at Bangsare Beach. He used the post to discuss his life and express his love for Thailand. David wrote, "We went to the beach with Minthira to have lunch. What a great afternoon." He also mentioned that he was living his life as an expat. David not only used the word expat in the caption, but also included it as a hashtag. He added hashtags like David and Andy, Thailand, expat life, to convey that he has indeed become an expatriate. An expat is a shortened form of expatriate, referring to a person who resides outside their country of origin. David left the United States in 2024 and has been in Thailand for over 6 months. During this time, he sold one of his condos. David has truly embraced the expat lifestyle, and it may not be surprising to see him pursue immigration in the future. David and Annie don't seem to have any immediate goals in the United States. However, they have a few new passions they want to explore in Thailand, which they have already begun working on. In May 2025, David revealed that Annie wants to become a farmer in her home country. While he didn't provide many specifics, he shared photos and videos of her cutting grass and embracing her new role as a mother, showcasing her enthusiasm for pursuing a career in agriculture. David also assisted Annie with improving their front yard. David shared an AI-generated photo of himself, Annie, and their daughter sitting on a water buffalo. In the post, he gave fans a glimpse of his future in Thailand, writing, "This is what AI said I would look like if we moved to Annie's village and had a farm." He mentioned that farm life may not be his preference, but he humorously noted that he would do it if Annie requested. David also shared an AI-generated photo of their daughter on a farm, captioned, "Minthera at her rice farm." David and Annie have several reasons to stay in Thailand, but their family's complicated visa situation may be the most important. A few years ago, David and Annie attempted to help Annie's brother Jordan obtain a U.S. visa. Despite their efforts, Jordan was unable to make it to the United States. Annie later revealed that her ultimate goal was to bring her mother to Arizona for her support. Unfortunately, it will be a lengthy process for Annie's mother to obtain her U.S. visa, which will prevent Annie from returning to her home in Arizona until then. Annie's life in America wouldn't be complete without her family. Therefore, it makes sense for her to be in Thailand, living a comfortable life surrounded by her loved ones. Annie may eventually return to Fountain Hills, Arizona one day. However, she doesn't have any compelling reason to go back yet. So she plans to stay in Thailand for as long as possible. David would also stay in Thailand with Annie and might only make short trips to the United States to tend to personal and business matters as he had done in the past. It's safe to assume that Annie and David's priorities have shifted with the birth of their daughter. A few years ago, they lived a peaceful life in Arizona with no children and more focused on appearing on reality TV. However, their perspective changed in 2023 after witnessing the birth of Annie's nephew. They set new goals and decided to start their own family. They also left their home in Arizona and haven't returned. Now, David and Annie are more focused on living a tranquil life, farming, and raising their daughter. Annie and David's new lives are focused on building a future with their child. It appears that they aren't interested in maintaining their previous lifestyle in America. They no longer seem to be trying to be a part of the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. The couple is prioritizing building a happy family away from the hustle and bustle of city life. They believe that their baby can benefit greatly from growing up in Thailand. Annie and David are embarking on a new chapter in their lives and keeping 90-Day Fiancé fans updated through social media. David Toborowsky and Annie Swan from 90-Day Fiancé are pursuing a new goal in Thailand, which is why they may not return to the United States. David was in his late 40s when he first met Annie, who is originally from Thailand. He fell in love with her singing skills and charming personality, which led him to propose to her. Ultimately, David decided to marry Annie and did so while following her culture. He gave his in-laws a dowry, paying them 50,000 baht alongside 2 healthy water buffaloes. David and Annie tied the knot in November 2017. Over the years, David and Annie achieved various milestones together. They moved to Arizona and bought a home, establishing a stable lifestyle. They launched new businesses and maintained their presence on reality TV, gaining even more popularity. In 2023, David and Annie welcomed the birth of their nephew, inspiring them to have a child of their own. They underwent IVF treatment and successfully became pregnant the following year. In late 2024, David and Annie moved to Thailand to give birth to their baby in her home country. The couple was blessed with a daughter, Minthera, on March 11, 2025. David and Annie are enjoying their lives in Thailand. They appear to be doing well and don't have any plans to return to the U.S. Previously, a fan asked David if he would ever move back to Arizona again. David said that he was uncertain about moving to America, suggesting that he and Annie are content in Thailand. They are happy to be surrounded by Annie's family in Thailand. Annie has also had a smoother experience as a new mother, thanks to the support of her siblings and parents. David recently traveled to the United States to take care of some personal matters. He missed his wife and daughter throughout his trip. Without spending too much time in America, he quickly returned to Thailand to support his wife, Annie, and take care of their daughter, Minthera. David and Annie enjoy living a simple and affordable life in Thailand. They spend their time doing household chores, creating content for social media, and enjoying the fresh air. They also like spending time with their family members, particularly Annie's supportive relatives. David and Annie have recently made significant financial decisions in Thailand, which suggests that they may be considering an extended stay in the country. They purchased 2 properties in Thailand a few years ago, but have now listed them for sale. In May 2025, David announced that he had successfully completed the sale of the 1-bedroom condo he had posted for rent a few months earlier. He wrote, "We closed on our 1-bedroom condo today here in Thailand and mentioned that their planned investments were coming into play." David also used the post to hint at his future in Thailand. He wrote, "We still have the 2-bedroom condo for sale," confirming that he had also put up his second home in Thailand for sale. He added, "Soon we will explain our long-term plans," informing his followers that he'll share his main plan on social media soon. It appears that David and Annie have ambitious goals for the year. They may be looking to move into a bigger home in Thailand or purchase a property where their entire family can live together. The 90-Day Fiancé couple hasn't yet disclosed when they will return to the United States, but they have hinted at pursuing their other dreams in Thailand. Recently, David explained why he and Annie had decided to sell their 2 properties in Thailand. He shared some pictures of Annie enjoying the outdoor greenery and acknowledged that fans have been inquiring about their plans. He wrote, "I am not saying I am a farmer, but that would be her dream." In his post, he used hashtags like expat life and farming. David hinted that Annie is planning to pursue something in the agriculture industry, although he didn't provide specifics about Annie's plans. He indicated that she may aspire to have a career in farming in Thailand. It'll be interesting to see how Annie will work towards her new goals while caring for her newborn. In the past few weeks, David and Annie have posted some videos of themselves mowing the lawn together. Recently, David shared a clip of Annie using large clippers to cut the grass. He teased her and asked if she wanted a water buffalo to help with the work, but Annie jokingly declined. Annie appeared very happy mowing the lawn. She seemed much more active and fit, as if she were living her best life in Thailand. David also couldn't stop admiring Annie's gardening skills, and eventually joined her to help cut the grass in another video. They are also more at ease, as living near Annie's family provides them with the necessary support to live a healthy and independent lifestyle. It'll be interesting to see what they do next. Their new goals in Thailand suggest that they aren't yet thinking about moving back to Arizona. The 90-Day Fiancé couple may come back to the U.S. in the future, possibly to attend David's son's wedding in March 2026. David Toborowsky from 90-Day Fiancé found yet another way to make money while in Thailand, amid signs he's desperate to go back home. David wasn't doing well financially when he met Annie Swan almost a decade ago. David struggled to pay Annie's dowry and her visa fees and had to rely on a friend for money. His life took a turn for the better after he gained popularity via 90-Day Fiancé spin-offs like Pillow Talk. David and Annie became one of the show's iconic couples and made big money on platforms like Cameo. David's latest Instagram story gave fans a glimpse into his newest idea for extra income while living his expat life in Thailand. He posted a photo of a table filled with mouthwatering dishes, likely prepared by Annie, and tagged her in the story. He included a link to their website, Cooking with DNA, and teased followers with the caption, "Want to cook with us on Zoom?" The site revealed that David and Annie are now offering virtual cooking classes where Annie teaches her authentic Thai recipes, bringing the flavors of Thailand straight to their fans' kitchens. And David moved to Thailand with a pregnant Annie. It seemed like a practical choice driven by family and finances. Life in Thailand is significantly more affordable than Scottsdale, and with a new baby on the way, the move made sense. Even in a new country, though, David didn't slow down his hustle. He continued working remotely in real estate and he and Annie stayed active on Cameo, connecting with fans. They also launched a new cookbook together, showcasing Annie's recipes, and David has been busy promoting various brands on Instagram, turning their expat life into a growing business venture. David's efforts to build multiple income streams seem to be part of a bigger plan, one that likely involves returning to the US someday. While Annie may be content with life in Thailand, David hasn't hidden the fact that he doesn't see himself staying there forever. With family ties back home, including 3 older children who've only recently reconnected with him, he appears focused on securing his financial future. His time in the spotlight won't last forever, and he knows it. Capitalizing on his reality TV fame now could help him avoid the financial struggles he's faced in the past. David recently revealed that Annie's mother's green card is now with the National Visa Service Center, fueling speculation about their return to the U.S. While he hasn't confirmed the move, David might be quietly planning to head back with Annie and the baby. Annie may have agreed on the condition her mother could come too. With their family expanding, David's feeling the pressure to earn more. He's been through financial struggles before and knows reality TV fame won't last forever. For David, every hustle now is about securing their future and preparing for whatever life might throw their way next.